There we go. There we go. I got a haircut for the weather, you know. Oh. Pixel chat's not working. I wonder if it was... There we go. There we go. Jelrad, hello, hello. Shokri, yo, Raggedy. Mini haircut. A few of them. As you can see. All right. Let me just tune this down here. How are you guys? You guys have a good weekend? Did I post it on Discord yet? I did not. Oh my god. What are we even doing? Tiring weekend? Yeah, I was on Maddie and I were unpacking more stuff. We're down to one more box. We're down to one box rather. And I got some gardening stuff sorted out on the balcony. That's cool. Cleaning up the apartment a bit. New setup. Yeah. Whoa. Here. A bunch of stuff. Hang on, my mic or my camera just dropped. Oh man. Dude, look at that camera angle now. Let's go. I'll take it. Nice Dutch angle. As long as I'm center in the frame, it'll work. It kind of looks like I'm not. There we go. Oliver, dude, good to see you, man. How you doing? Oh, thanks, Oliver. I hope you're well, man. It's been a bit. Sunday, work. Yo, I feel ya. Okay, let's see where my face is in the frame here. Yeah, see? It doesn't. Even more? No? Is that making it worse? It is making it worse. There we go. Zenus, yo. When do we have to send the environment textures? Didn't understand. So all the reminders that I was sending out was today. That was the goal. If you miss it, it's fine. It's not like a big deal. We should be okay. Oh, cameras, man. Okay, let's get this. I need to make sure I'm closing all this stuff too. I have a bunch of windows up. There we go. Nice. Okay. So I'll get this. I believe I have, yes, I have latest. Let's see what happens. What plants do you have on the balcony? What did I plant? I planted a bunch of peas, and then also cherry tomatoes. Happy Easter. Hey, happy Easter to you. I just was like, I'm just gonna plant them and just see. Let's see what happens. You know. Okay. Let's take a peek at what's going on in here. Oh, we got some wood materials in here too. Plant dad. Dude, I've wanted to have a garden forever. Forever. Okay, so let's full screen this. Oh no, it's not. Don't worry about it, Night Vision. You can always check in the Miro board and you can see the schedule. Maybe I can pull that up so you can see. It's a good way to remind people as well, you know? Keeps us all educated. Okay, so if I tear this off here. So if you see, we've got our Miro board here. On the right, you'll see the streaming schedule. So it's like going into week 5, which is next week for us. There are 8 weeks on this challenge for you guys. So going into week 5, we'll look at where we're at in the scene, critiquing the lighting, composition, also look at props being made and how we might be able to push them further. So we want to see the environment should be looking first pass. Scene should have established mood and lighting first pass. And props should almost all have had a first pass. So you can see I said almost just to save some of the people. You can see people are just floating around in here. People doing things. But yeah, we are right here. So we're getting there. The next stream will actually be week 7. The next stream about the challenge will be week 7. It's about 2 weeks from now. And we expect the environment should be looking pretty nice. Materials are starting to really come together, and we've established the lighting. Props are receiving adjustments and tuning to blend well with the environment. So everything is starting to tighten up the visual, right? Yes, there'll be at least one more this year. Since these are quite involved on your guys' end. I don't want to burn you guys out either. But I think they're pretty valuable. You guys learn a lot about working together and dealing with source control, deadlines, sharing content together and whatnot. So let's drop in here. First, we'll just kind of run around and just see how things feel. And just kind of collect ourselves, if you want to say it like that. Okay. The other thing is I don't actually know where to start. So we've got A, B, and C. You can see there's a lot of branding starting to show up, which is really cool. I can't go up there, but they failed to lock me out. Maybe this should be the entry. B and C are the main halls, but I mean, like, maybe the player ramps for accessibility. Hell yeah. So maybe we should have a spot where you start, like, maybe this side we can close these sides off or something, and then just have like a, the turnstile door, and then like a big banner that you walk into, and then you enter the space. So let's man, I wish I could move a little bit slower. But I guess when we're looking around, just kind of taking in stuff, it's trying to understand where things are at and how things are working. Dude, look at this. Like that's wild. Hey, you like the wood floors? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna mention some stuff. which is very game developer centric or game developer oriented. So that way, I mean, you learn more than just making dope art, right? And we get some other stuff out of it. So when we come up here, level designers and developers in general tend to hate dead ends. So what we should do is make sure that the player can always flow forward. And so if you go this way, we should open this up somehow. Positioning things that way you can go all the way around would be perfect. But yeah, we're getting there. We still need to separate off all the. Oh wow! I just noticed a flag up there. That's funny. We still need to separate out some of these assets from here. I assume that the ship that's in place wouldn't have the chest in it, or like any of the like barrels and stuff like that. Maybe the shields and the oars, but like those would be additional assets that would sit on the side here. Oh, this is interesting. At some point, also, we're going to do the painful process, the feeling you get when we start cutting content because we feel like it won't make it to the deadline. So if you don't want that to happen to your stuff, make sure that you're keeping up pace with the project and getting things in before like cutoff points. Because well, I would like us to learn how that all works as well. Is that modular walls? I mean, it's modular to what we need to do. Like we're doing a lot of reuse, right? Okay, so we went through A. Permanent exhibition. We got some speakers up there too. Nice. Hey. Awesome. Trying to see if there's like we'll come back and feedback on stuff here shortly. This glass does not look cheap. Hey, awesome. Okay, so it looks like we need to make some adjustments to accommodate the chain. Let's see what else we got here. So we have this thing, which I think right now is a block out. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention, that's a huge metal. I mean, it's for the biggest of the biggest rappers of our time. So the poles themselves have collision, but the bands do not. So you can walk right through them. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, we got our X-ray tubes. Those are coming along. I saw them in the in chat. So we just need to get those updated. Oh, these made it. That's nice. I'm noticing that the glass is kind of affecting our ability to look at stuff. We also we need like a way to zoom in. This is where that boat came from. Oh, this looks like it's got some shader madness going on from the recent changes. These feel a bit small. Yeah, we might want to check this Shader Madness new band name. Yeah, holding T. Is it, you mean when you're in game? Definitely not. Maybe an editor. Yeah, that glass is spicy. Yeah, these look like they probably need to be scaled up. I don't know what the scale is of those. Oh, this is nice. I think making it look a little used with some like slight discoloring along the edge, you know, where people always scale is correct, hand sized. Wow, okay. All right, we leave it then. Maybe it doesn't need to be maybe it doesn't need to be glass around it. Maybe it can be like, you know how like you could put boxes under a cloth and then lay cloth over it and then place objects on top of those boxes? You'll get some nice presentation. Could look cool. Something goes here. I like it. Yeah, we're gonna have to look at how we approach our glass, because we want to make sure that we can see everything, right? Awesome. Yeah, look what it basically removes all the lighting. Becomes unlit almost. And this thing's cool. But yeah, and then you can see we've got some light setups going on here. We've also got some smaller props going on. Fire alarms and the like. Wonder if I might be a bit high placement wise. This feels pretty good. Nice. I saw the ZBrush work going on with this and was looking really, really nice. I'm trying to figure out when it's a good time to have these types of props versus like a plate on here. Like a thing here. You know, maybe like the name of blah 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 and then all this text title. We have those. Why aren't they placed? Fire alarm toddler proof. Dude, if a toddler's that tall, even with lowering it, it'd be pretty wild. This is nice to see. We need to get this one textured. This one actually, I was expecting it to be larger. It might be worth figuring out how to reuse the head a couple times. Ramuka, hey, thank you for the Prime Gaming. How's it going, dude? Been some time, huh? But yeah, if you were to get like a couple of these, love the expression. It was the face of you're taking too long to make this sculpture of me. It's 2 times the scale, dude. Yeah, because I think if you were able to place a couple of them at different scales, it could be really cool. And maybe we just need to do like a different texture pass on the head to change the shape of the eyes or like the way the makeup is done. And yeah, that would probably be enough to give you the variety that you're looking for. This thing is high res as all hell. I always feel like this thing's supposed to be bigger. Oh, where are we at here? Not A. We're gonna go to B or C. Always being busy, dude. Busy. I feel you. Then you blew it up some more. Really? Yeah, because I would expect it to be like. I mean, I'm sure it's to scale. I also wonder, like, it looks like there's a detail normal on this. I hope that's not a bake. Okay, we're gonna come back to that because I wanna look at all of these. This was also getting close to being done or having the first pass. Look at this guy, Burb. He's more up to date in the ads than the model. You need underlighting on that statue? Oh yeah, you could probably, maybe you can place one like little tiny light here and here and just shine like this. That should look pretty cool. Yeah, these are really cool, right? Look at this. This asset looks awesome. It looks very high res texture wise. This is a Discord group project, yeah. Empire community project. Yeah, this looks really good. Is there a hype map for this? Because I'd be curious if you push like a displacement on it using the height map. For sure, Unreal Engine. You see this right here? Oh yeah. Oh, this is great. Man, I wonder if layout wise, All right, these are separate as well. Okay, let's see here. I wonder if these would be better placed like this. And then maybe we can find like an art or I'm thinking here. Maybe don't have the display cases and have like a mannequin, right? Something that can actually have the armor, and then we can have all the pieces laid out separately on like a long, like shallow table. Yeah, or like out here. This one does make more sense being here. Like maybe if you, let's see here. You mean if it was here? Could be worth investigating for sure. I mean, we're of no shortage of spots to place things. Let me see if what we got in here. Because in here we could move some stuff to here, and then put the armor like this. Maybe it could be like this. And then let me move this real quick. You could do this, and then you can have, this can be on the ground, and then you can have like a smaller one here, and then have all the armor pieces on it, right? Like let's pretend that all the pieces are here. And then you could put something here. Oh man, I'm gonna, whoop, hang on here. No, why? Control tilde? Doesn't seem to be working. Oh yeah, no, it's working. What? I'm just gonna do this. But you know, if we had like something here that talked about what it is, maybe even an art thing with it. And then you do that same thing on this side. Then we'll take these two and the gong, and you can put them maybe over here on here, and maybe here. Tudor, how you doing? Anyways, no, it's looking cool. Just undoing all my madness. Nice. Got to get these textures in for these and this one. So, and then we don't know. I guess Ray getting a dog probably is slowing this down. Now he's got 2 hot dogs to deal with. You want a screenshot of that layout? Oh, man. Here. Does that work? Put that there. Okay. And then let's... So, some things to list out. The glass seems to be an issue, which every game I've ever worked on, glass is an issue at some point. So that's great. We have some assets that don't have textures yet. And then there are some assets where we can now start to already see that we can make some adjustments to make them fit in a little bit better. Spool, what's up? How you doing? Is it Spoil? Is it Spoilerosa? Spoileroso? Hello. Okay, so there's some material adjustments we need to do already. So like, for example, the foliage. That tool for drawing on the screen directly is called Lightshot. It's good stuff. Alex Gamer, no worries, no worries. So we've got glass as an issue. Maybe I'll just put it in here. Current issues, current things noticed in stream week 4. I'll just. Oh. So glass. Glass shader wise seems to be a rendering issue. Maybe we can come up with another solution. Then we have armor placement highlighted as something to improve. Props. Some props are missing textures. Thin translucent glass. Hopefully it'll cut down on rendering issues and costs. I'll write that down here, Ant. First time chat too, bro. Okay, we'll keep going here. Some props are missing textures. One thing I haven't highlighted yet is the walls here. So the walls generally look okay. They're they don't really have a lot going on in the roughness, and maybe it's okay because the colors of the walls change with the branding, right? Branding of the exhibit. Does that exhibit color match the props? So like if you've got the color here, you can make this black, by the way, if it looks better for the... It's like maybe that color is this one. So I would expect if I see this color, I should be able to find that in here. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's some like logic with the way the branding is set up. So branding logic. Color coding for branding logic. Did you guys are getting feedback kind of like how I give feedback at work? The thing I was going to mention as well is like the edge of the walls feels laser sharp. We should let's give that a bevel. Maybe it could use like a normal decal. If you don't want to do a bevel, we could do a normal map decal. That could be pretty cool. I think that would really improve the edge. So I really, let's see here. I really like what you're doing here with the wood and the trim on the floor. I feel like I'm going to hop around so much right now. I'm going to try and focus. So the roof area we need to get sorted as well. Maybe I can just start taking screenshots. Maybe some props are missing textures. Roof area needs pass. Yeah, so I can just put this here. And you guys can see my cheats. What I usually do is just this. I'll just hold down and click so that I marquee select. I'll do that. And then as long as I keep the same ratio, these paste really well. You can see I can just paste on top of the selection. A set of stone. It'd be doubled in scale. Groundling, hey, thanks for the resub. 40 months, that is wild. Yeah, things are looking pretty good. I think Melissa, you already mentioned it, but the subsurface likely could be adjusted. Foliage, subsurface tweaks needed. Let's see. We've got the seats could look more used. Color changes for repeated use. What else we got going on here? Oh, okay. Let's go out here. I mean, we can probably, if you expose it, we can probably go into, like if we go into the shader here. So the subsurface is a color right now. At least in the shader, it's set up that way. So I wonder if just bringing this down. So this already does a lot, right? But maybe yeah, so the albedo looks fine. So it's likely, okay, we're gonna dig into this stuff a little bit. Let me keep going through this stuff. This stream's easily gonna be the 2 hours because we got all this small stuff we can target. We don't know what these are yet, so I can highlight that. So signage pass needed. This would be like posters, nameplates, description cards, all that stuff. The other thing I wanted to highlight was these lights. So the lights are pretty cool. I think I really like them. Why? Something is amiss. There we go. So the ceiling lights look great art-wise. Lacking logical installation, which I'm sure you guys already know that. So when I highlight that, that's things like normally you don't see a bar going from wall to wall. Some places I think it could be like that. What you usually see is they'll make like a square frame, like they'll do this, right? They'll make a square frame and then they'll suspend that with wires, and then there'll be if needed, there'll be a wire that goes up that's powering it all. All right, good luck, Raggedy. Enjoy your walk. So it's likely needs to be suspended by wires. The main reason I say that is because this is difficult for if you were to think about it as a real museum, it's difficult for a museum to be able to change the exhibits and move things around if all their lights are built on rails that are built into the structure, right? So it's usually better for them to be able to pin wires and have like a spot where they plug into, and then the wires just suspend the lights themselves on like a frame. What else are we going to look at? Recent asset. Did I change this? I ended up changing this. No, it's probably fine. Probably fine. Some other things I'm noticing is stuff is really bright. So let me see what happens when we start moving the sun around. So if we drop the sun down, you remember I was talking about the lighting issues. So it looks like largely they've been solved. Good job, Nick. As far as the exposure issues go. We don't have any lights out here, but we do. What's going on in our post-processing? Exposure. So it's manual. So let's set it to auto just for the sake of like, there's also no clamps on it right now. Yeah, so auto is gonna go wild so that this place is being blasted. Can you recheck the glass with the updated lighting? What's up, Ray? How you doing? What about the glass? Like if I raise the sun, because I mean, if we go into if you want to look at the glass real quick, if we go to overview, So you can see the glass isn't written in any of the buffers, right? So it's deferred, if I remember correctly. I can't even select it right now. What's going on here? It's interesting. You'll take a look? Okay. Yeah, because one thing I would say is, like, if we look at our directional, like if we come out here and you throw the light onto this on this structure on the Mayan calendar, let's make the sun go down. So we don't have a light. Well, we do have a light pointing this way. I scroll down and go to the light strength. It's set to 50 lumens, but in here, it's just not happening. If I turn off the game setting exposure and expose it myself, you can see it's already. So what you could do is you could draw volumes. To solve this, we could draw volumes per room and control the exposure. Yeah, forward. Thank you, Danish. Dude, what's up, man? Yeah, so it's not in gbuffer, it's forward. That's why you don't see it in the buffer visualization. It's forward rendering. So it happens on top of all of the layers. Some of the stuff I was going to mention was like having these at like full blast strength is usually pretty hardcore. Usually these don't need to be this high. I guess it's because it's in lumens. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the lumens for value. Because if we turn the directional light off, like this light's working. I'm like, where is it? Where is that light coming from? Is it this one? No. There. It's this one. Instance random seed. Like, is there a light placed separately from it? There is. Okay. Interesting. Wait, no. I'm seeing that wrong. No, it's all connected. Dude, all the lights track too, which is pretty cool. You see that? Okay, so there is another light here. There, it's these ones. So this is why this is so bright, is because we have a ton of lights hitting the same target. So like if we take the directional light and hide it, I'm like, why is this so bright? Dude, look how many lights are pointing towards this object. This is a performance nightmare. What is Alt 7? Is that the... Oh, right. I know what you're... Yeah, it looks good. So, what we don't want to do is get into the white range. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Oh. Man, I am really digging this one. But okay, let's Let's bring the directional light back. What else we got on our list of things? Ceiling wires. Okay, floor stuff. So the directional light actually feels extremely strong, and I don't know if it's, yeah, see, it's set to like super high. Does anyone know the intensity that a sun should be? Maybe this is accurate. $50,000 to $100,000. It's wild, man. $127K is our sun. Would this, let me see here. Oh man. I don't know where you would put this. But this is what Shokri is linking to. So Shokri is the one looking at the armor sets. I don't know where you would put that around the armor. I don't think it's needed. On the wall between the armor. I think it might be too busy. Yeah, 10 lux is the default when you drag it in. It's pretty low though. Use temperature, yeah. This floor, so what I wanted to look at was the floor and how that's being solved right now. So I think this works. I don't know if they'd have marble all the way under here, but maybe. This is a good opportunity to get some bevels that are separate from the wall. Yeah, see so this like concrete type material is beveled. So right now, I think we just need to have these stairs. We just need to have some structure to them that explains how they're held up. Okay, and then we've got lower half of the stairs meeting the wall. Meet wall. Bevels. Texture wise, the concrete. Needs consistent direction or directionality. So like, for example, at least when I look at this material, it has like a direction that's going this way, but then it curves, and then we have like a seam here, and then we have a seam here. It might be worth maybe making a triplanar material that helps us try and blend all of those so that we either don't have seams or it feels weird to me that it's up like this, but then in here it's up and then curved. If they're all going horizontal, it'll probably be easier to read. Like here feels pretty nice. Is that a bevel? Dude. No, what's going on here? Hang on. Weighted. I like it. I do like that there's a little like darkening edge to that. So I think if this feels more constructed might help. Are these speakers? Yeah. Speakers need texture. What did I screenshot in this one? That's hilarious. Oh no. Miro's having issues. Maybe we're missing trash cans? Missing trash can? You like the sign wrapping around the corner? This is actually really cool. I really like this. Is the text floating? I was wondering what was causing the shading to do that. It might be worth, let me see if this is set up in a way that mesh decal signage tweaks. That's interesting that you're doing max and min roughness. Okay, so we have the mesh. Okay. Oh, so they are quite reflective. Okay. It's just not noticed from the, I like that they're more reflective. It's cool. Interesting. Cool. It's the camera offset. Nice, Shokri. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out if these stairs make sense or not, material-wise, for the rest of the, when you compare it to everything. It might be worth investigating if there's another material we could use. Let's look at this map here. So the map looks really good. I think in direct light, you can't read it, of course, but I don't know if that's, I can't tell if that's an issue or not, I guess is the thing I'm saying, trying to say. It just might be, oh, that's awesome. So I have a different reflectivity or like the roughness difference on the floor, which we haven't gotten to the buffers yet. We're going to be looking at the buffers here in a minute. Yeah, we need this one. Buffers, Bumpy, what's up, man? I love this. This is really cool too. I don't know how reflective that is. It looks pretty kind of glossy. Yeah, this type of stuff, this can probably be black as well. And then the metal, like attachment points, could be either a metal or like a darker metal. And those could be the same things that the lights are hanging onto or suspended with. Was there, dude, look at all these props. You guys are awesome. Was there like a ivy? There was Devil's Ivy. So just so that you can see, Melissa, how they're looking to use it, if they haven't already showed you, the idea is to get it like up here. If I scale this down as well, so you can see. So the idea is to get it quite thick in here. Maybe something like that. So that, I think that'll do a lot for like the kind of connecting everything, because right now we have a lot of these like laser lines like these. We're going to have to find ways to mask those so that they feel more natural. This sounds crazy, but you could, let's say you bevel this and you put a decal on there for like a normal trim sheet that kind of dings up the edge just a little bit or kind of gives it some irregularities. That'll help. But this color, if you had a texture that was like, how would you describe this? So if this is your texture sheet, and then you had a texture here that tiles from here to here, and then you use a trim pattern going this way, or you flip it, you know. And these patterns are masks for paint edge. And then you UV to that to mask where it switches from the regular wall color to like this painted pattern. And you can use that as a mask, so it actually looks like they taped it, painted it, and maybe it's not perfect. And that'll give you that kind of like subtle change as well. The wall edge protector is quite interesting. That could be a good one. Maybe on like these inner ones here. I don't know. It might be too busy. Maybe here with the concrete, that could be good. Something I'm noticing here, and maybe it's just because of how things are reflecting, but it looks like the normals are smoothed. So like the light wraps around the edge quite a bit. All right, Melissa, have a good one. Yeah, I like it. Melissa's leaving right as I'm about to feed back on buffers. There's where is it at here? So if we go and we look at roughness, it's interesting because the planters look different. Wait, or no, they look the same now. Weird. This one looks brighter. I guess it's because of the edge I'm seeing. The top is like perceiving that it's brighter. I can say 5 minutes. Okay. So, roughness wise, things are looking pretty good. We're gonna need some type of information on the walls just to give us some variation and some natural breakup. Same with the concrete. This generally looks pretty good. I don't know how much difference there actually is in the roughness of these details. I think the things that get really interesting is the fact that right now we're not using material ambient occlusion. As you can see, we're all blind now. But so any of the AO you guys are baking out and putting in your materials or your shaders is not being used right now. So when we go to your project settings, we just need to go in here and actually find static. And you're going to scroll down and you want to find allow static lighting in the engine rendering category. So if you turn this off, I'm going to save this and then I'm going to restart it really quick. I'm not going to save any of those changes I made. And yeah, so material AO needs to be on if we want to use baked AO on props. No, wait, did that already? I don't believe it. Ah, it did work. Okay. Okay, good. So you can see this material, for example, is very dark. So when it's in shadow, it's much darker. I don't know if we could go in and go into the shader and mess with it. Sarah, what's up? How you doing? Let's just drag these up here. Ambient occlusion, AO strength. Right, that should do the trick. We can just mess with that. Okay, so you can see the wood up here is not being hit by direct lighting right now, or by the directional sun that's placed in the scene. So with it being this dark, it's actually making it darker when it's not in direct light. So if we go in and like, let's go to AO strength, if we just turn this to 0, this is, I guess this would be AO being black. So if we do 2 or 5, yeah, so if we do like 100, it's like the AO is off. So this is what it looks like with the AO being white. So it's important to note like how much that affects your materials. I'll just set this back to 1, and so especially if you go in here where we are, buffer. So this is probably okay. It does look a little, maybe a little too dark. Dude, look at this mesh though, bro. Also, the materials for Nick and Joel, make sure you're applying the materials and killing the materials in here as well that are not part of the asset. But make sure you're applying them. Maybe this is part of it. Oh yeah, okay, no, that makes sense. But apply the materials in the asset, so that way you're not paying for like the blank one at the same time. Cool. Okay, so if we go into here, normal intensity, interesting. So you lower the normal intensity. I wonder why. Oh yeah, we don't have a direct sun on this, do we? Okay, I'm moving it. I think the normal intensity can stay at 100. What I'm curious about is the AO strength. So you can see in these shadows areas, see how dark it's getting? I think the screen space AO, because of the size of this object, will do the trick with the AO. But what we could be doing, so if I turn that off and we go to, actually I have to change the shader first. So in this shader, we probably need AO strength. We probably need a min max for it. Let me just so I can illustrate this. I'll just save this. I'll just revert everything I check out here in a second. So what we want to see, and this is a bit hacky, I wouldn't do it this way. So right now, the AO, basically where it's at its lightest or its darkest. And I wonder if I can, this isn't going to do it, is it? Oh, I'm not even touching the right thing here. Hang on. Like, what was that by default? My God. So you do want this. This probably needs to be an ad. But we need to increase the areas that are lighter, and just let the deepest areas have the ambient occlusion. I don't want to spend time setting this all up, but hopefully that makes sense what I'm saying. I can probably just take it into Photoshop and show you that way. So what we want is you want AO that's closer to this. Essentially everything on the outside is doing okay, and then it's power or cheap contrast. Cheap contrast might actually do it. I want to see. Did I do that wrong? AO cheap contrast. Oh, there it is. Oh no, it's going too heavy in the dark area. Power is probably how I would. Man, I wish you could just convert to power. Forgot the default needs to be. This is still. Are you saying maybe we need both? But I think you get the idea. Oh man, I kind of want to. It's fine. I'm sure you guys are fine with this. This is AO power. AO power. Default value. There's a node for 3-point levels? Really? Oh my god. That sounds expensive as hell. Uh, 3PL low. I guess this is how I would name it. And then mid. High. Or that'd be 0.5 and this would be 0, right? Oh, you have to plug in the texture. Does this work? So this one's high. Midpoint? Oh god. Am I even doing this right? High, mid. It's very expensive. Cool. We came here to play. I like it. Let's see how broken this is. It's very broken. 3LP? No. No. Yeah, so we push the lows down. Midpoint goes higher. Oh, wow, this is literally doing it. So this is, to me, this is probably a better AO because you're not going to lose that information. Wow, that looks crazy. Yeah, because if we put this in shadow, oh my god, I just borked the roughness. So you can see like where it's dark. I mean, it's not doing all that much. I wonder if it's because of the screen space AO. There's this one. So your midpoint, you can see here. You basically, you want to avoid these like really dark areas, preferably. Anywho, yeah. It'll help with your like the darkness and stuff becoming too dark. Don't ship it. Yeah, we're not shipping that. That's too dangerous. The other thing is maybe I don't know how sharp these should be. Directional light. Let's grab that, and then we can look at the source or source angle, and you can start blurring the shadows a bit. That can be really nice in certain scenarios. I think by default it's 1. But let's look at let's go back to the buffers and we'll just look at this. Because like, for example, this should just be, the floor should largely be white. I imagine that the 3-point levels node is really expensive just because it's modifying a material or a texture. So there's a lot of, like if I go into this node, you're like, oh, why is this expensive? Probably because you're having to pay for a lot of math. You're having to pay for a lot of math that you only need to have happen once, but you're doing it in the shader, so it's not, I guess it's not once, right? So yeah, looking at the AO is going to be something that we need to think about. Like for example, all these like, this should all be white, and the AO should probably be in the vertices to give the core like some deeper, darker values. And maybe you don't even need AO in the leaves or the trunk itself, or even the branches. The AO here is very wrong. Like this should all be white and then like just a little light on the edge, or darker a little on the edges. And then the pot should just be white as well. If we go, let's look at roughness. So roughness is pretty good, and it's just going to be more about us trying to get some variation where possible. This is nice. It's a lot of information going on there. It's good. A lot of different stuff happening. So this is quite interesting. I would probably try and match the roughness between the gaps here and the roughness on this one together as far as the grout goes. Like that's white. Probably doesn't need to be that high in the roughness value, but somewhere around there. And then when it comes to like how our surfaces, I love that there's a roughness difference between these. Like this is generally is looking a bit darker than this one, but I would be hesitant to have gradients like this unless it's actually dirty. Diamond, good to see you. So I'd be hesitant to have like the corner here being lighter, just because why would it be lighter? If it's polished marble, it's likely going to be the same value across the surface. I think it's fine with variation, but they shouldn't go like too far from each other. Let's see if there's a... Yeah. I don't know if this is gonna... Albedo contrast, interesting. Yeah, see, if these are all very similar, it's actually going to be a bit more accurate to the read of marble. There are some, they are rough in some places and less in others. Right, but you have to remember that this marble is polished. So they changed the surface properties of it, right? So the only way it would actually be varying a lot is actually becoming dirty on the surface. And yes, each tile will be slightly different by only by like 1 or 2 value differences, not by like 10. But yeah, this is me being nitpicky, pointing at many small things. You can see as well that how dark this is and how dark this is. Like it just doesn't feel right. I wonder if we just turn the AO strength up to 100, we can see what it looks like without the AO in it. Yeah. And you can see how much more information you see. And getting any micro information in there would be really nice, like small little leaves or like little things that are growing in there, a few rocks. What else could I highlight? Was there anything that you guys in chat are hoping I can look at? Actually, I kind of wanted to look at this shader too. So there's subsurface color, which I wonder who's doing this project. It's our community, the Empire. This is like a group challenge. It's pretty cool, man. Close this. It's fun to watch, but they basically I gave the brief and then they just started putting everything together. Is the subsurf color multiplying the albedo? Not multiplying, no. Maybe adding? But like having it as a flat color, I don't think is the right approach. Like if we go... It can be the cheaper approach, like if you need to cut costs on like texture calls. So like you have the base color here. If we do like an add and then a value, let's preview this and we'll plug this in here. So these leaves already look quite bright, but maybe if we, let's see what happens if we add one. Yeah, add doesn't really, maybe it would be power. No, because that's adding contrast too. Hmm. Yeah, add doesn't quite do it. Yeah, it's really cool. Diamond. It's fun watching the community go wild. Actually, let me see what that does. So if we go unlit, so you can see the leaves are quite dark. If we do like base color tweak, yeah, this is just, it's already capped out at, can it go higher? Oh, it can. Okay. So we can add beyond one. Or we can multiply beyond one. Oh, whoops. That's kind of doing it. So I'd probably take this value and use that as your subsurface. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's super bright now. I still don't think it's doing the right. Because even the even the base color is maybe a bit bright. Because like if you look at it compared to everything else, no, maybe it's, oh man, this is a tough one. If we did this, so just even the brighter points of it are darker by a subsurface mask as well. I don't think there is a subsurface mask. That's the thing. It's just a color subsurface. Okay, no, so there is a map. Okay, okay. There you go. It should be getting the mask now. Nice. We're killing the plant, guys. It's tough to tell. I mean, over here, in shadow, it's looking all right. It's direct light that it gets pretty. I think it has to do with the sun being as bright as it is. But I could be wrong. Invert alpha. Oh, interesting. Base. Man, these are super dark too. I wonder if you lowered the normal intensity. I mean, it does unify it a bit more. Interesting. AO strength. Yeah, there's some tweaks that need to be had. I think the core needs AO in it. Maybe water it. Yeah, I could see how the normals are working for this as well, because you do need to volumize the normals so that they become more of like volume-esque. I mean, it looks like they are. No? Yeah, it looks like they are, which is really nice. Yeah, see, by zeroing out the normals, it's like I'm killing the average, or I'm like averaging out all the leaves that are going kind of wild in the normals. But man, that kind of makes me wonder. So if you had this, and we took one of these, number of lights we turned down to 1. We'll just put it here. We'll target. Is that not going to work? Is that not working? Oh, is it because I'm looking at the ring? Why is that not working, Poodlestein? Or is it looking at 1, but I don't think it's looking at 1. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong light. No? It should be number 1. Light 1. Light 1 ring. Yeah, so it is switching between a ring and a... I wonder if I can target the... Weird. Why can't I target that? Dude, look at these light intensities. Do we know what's going on there? Like, those are super high. I'm expecting a crash any minute now. I'm like, is this thing looking at anything? It is. It's looking at something. I'm like, what is it looking at? Is it looking at origin? It is. It's looking at origin. Okay, well, for the sake of time, We're bringing it to origin. So I want to see what it's doing to the normals. I mean, it looks like it's behaving. This is, man, we're just dabbling. I like it. It's a base color tweak. We turn off the AO strength, we leave on. See, the interesting part is it's hitting everything, right? So it's like what you're saying, Poodlestein. It's it's doing something weird with the way that it's being rendered. I wonder if two-sided foliage. Yeah, it needs that. Hmm. It's almost white now. Yeah, that's quite interesting. But yeah, so I mean, there's a custom subsurface profile. I mean, yeah, because then you have to give it a profile. I think they're right in doing the two-sided, and it's just a matter of like tuning the materials to get them to look correct. Because like in shade, they look pretty good. Maybe a bit bright, right? But not like, it's not bad. Yeah, and I'm not convinced about how our lights are being used right now. I wonder if you did 25,000. Using temperature color. Because like the reason I would like to lower it is just seeing how it affects the surfaces. You don't want it to blow anything out, right? Dude, this asset's sick. What are we looking at here? Nice. Nailed it. Oh, these. So a lot of these need to get converted to nanite as well. Poodlestein, just for what you said, I can try it. Yeah, so light one. I think you're right. Man, that's so cool to so the community has 4 more weeks. This is what's happened in a month's time, which is cool because they had to figure out what there was going to be in it. They had to like design the layout of the building and all that stuff. So you got a bit more time. You can do once you know what you're building, you can do a lot quickly. We need to do the Ivy Pass above the top, which arguably could be pretty quick. Where did I do that at? Did I delete it? What's happening? Maybe I did. Weird. Oh, I did because I didn't save anything. Because what you could do to save time. So if you drag this out, right, and then first of all, we should probably take a pass on this piece, get the colors looking good, and maybe not even the colors, just getting the shape language of this to work better. Because then from there you can do a lot. So we could dupe this, squish this down. We could scale it in, bring another one behind. Something like this. And right, each one of these is being called, even if it's instanced, it's gonna cost us something. So what we can actually do is we should be able to merge these. So we should be able to select all of these. Let's see if I can. Cool. And then we should be able to go to the modeling. The model. That's Boolean. We don't need to do that. Deform. Create. Draw rectangle. Convert to a different mesh. Merge, there it is. Merge multiple meshes to create new objects. New object combined. Except explosion incoming. Okay, so now this is one. You could just like and you can see where these get saved. It just gets saved in a generated section. You can see it's not been submitted or anything, but that's how you can create these like merged versions of that. No normals yet, or just layout figuring stuff phase. They are also high. Hello. So this is a group challenge that the server is doing, and where they're at right now. So they worked through their reference gathering phase. They did some image breakdowns, and they blocked out all the infrastructure. They got composition and framing. They had a pass on that, and everyone started creating their assets. So where we're at now is base lighting has been like placed. Initial like first pass textures are in, and just kind of getting into the smaller details, if you want to say it like that, is now starting to happen. So material balancing, finishing the texturing on all the assets, and then tweaking and tuning color adjustments. Like these look too saturated to me right now. This is like destroyed because of me. Uh, and yeah, there's a big passive stuff that's happening now. Yeah, I don't know. Internet was fine outside of the computer room. What's going on with my hair? It's like Jimmy Neutroned out. Yeah, Mario's talking to the internet guy. Yo, you better fix this. You better fix this right now or else. He's threatening the guy's family. Dude, I have 128 gigs of RAM if I remember correctly. Dog going wild, man. Dog going wild. Anyways, we're also near the end of the stream. Was there anything that you guys wanted me to look at before we go when it comes to the project? Man, wild. Wild. Wild and crazy. Music. For walls, how can we achieve variation? That's a good one. Okay, so of course we need this up here needs to get figured out. But when it comes to like, let's say you're looking at this wall, so you can do a couple of things. You can do gradients in the roughness and in the albedo. You can do like a light damage that's on it. We can also like where the floor meets the wall, we can add like a little metal thing that's maybe similar to this. We can, I mean, right now the roughness. Hey, Madu. Right now the roughness. Yeah. Go. Google. Right now the roughness is very flat, so it's only one value, right? So if you were to get even just a little bit of information in there, that would go a long way. So right now it's quite stylized because of the way it's put together. But yeah, I think where we will get the most gains when it comes to how things are looking is how we approach our roughness. Getting more like subtle information, like even just like on a per pixel level, because there's so much variation happening inside of this asset, it already looks quite polished. So it's a bit of that. Oh, nice. I noticed this before too. Were you guys having this? It's I think it's because of the directional light doing ray traced shadows. If I go shadow, where are we at here? Ray tracing, project settings. So if you disable it, they go away. Dude, I am not. What's up, man? How you doing? Fallback mask, casting, ray trace shadows. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It's weird though, as I didn't see it earlier. I don't know why it's here all of a sudden. Oh, it might be because now I'm doing the static. Oh man, path tracing. Want to destroy the computer now? Virtual shadow maps. Oh, that's odd. We look at the buffers. Did it save the? Yeah, we don't have material ambient occlusion again. Cool. Cool. The foliage definitely looks pretty good in shadow. The branches should probably be a closer color to these, to the core. And then yeah. No, we really got to figure out that glass stuff. Okay, so if we go to the mural board, just to kind of keep things moving along while we've got a little bit of time. what I would do. Oh my god. Oh geez. Okay, there we go. I've put all the feedback points that I had here, currently what I'm seeing. And then and I guess I could probably put sticky notes on a lot of this stuff and highlight things. This one's not needed. But yeah, there's a list of stuff that we kind of gone through. There's some assets also that I felt like we're missing, like a trash can, for example. No, I have not finished the Shadow of the Colossus scene. I'm still building it. We just moved, so everything slowed down dramatically. You notice that some people were hand retopoing their assets. Do you recommend doing that? It depends what it is and if it's static or not. If it's a static asset, like where are we at here? So like Rain, come on. There we go. So this one, for example. Oh, this one's got it too. Oh, that must mean one of the lights here in this blueprint is casting ray trace shadows or project. Yeah, this is Community is building this, which is really cool. We're using plastic SCM, and you have 3 people, including myself, that have access to the source control, and then there's a Google Drive, and everyone pushes to the Google Drive, and then it gets pushed to here. But yeah, if we want to look at like retopology, if it's not moving and it's a pretty organic shape and it's not animated, not moving, not animated, you're working on a brooch and cloth, the cloth would most likely not be animated. I would say for yours, just because of cloth flow, like normal topology, I would retopo it in some way. It could be like just an auto retopo in ZBrush though. It doesn't have to be like crazy, but like this could be decimated and then called good. But you could try decimation and just see how your normals read on the cloth itself. If you're talking about this one here. Let's go to triangle. I can just convert it to nanite really fast so we can just see what we're looking at. So honestly, if you wanted to, you could leave this the topology that it is. And let's just make sure that it's nanite. And then for this little guy here, you could probably bake that out more traditionally. But yeah, I think Pudelstein, your lights are, maybe we just need to in the project change it. Ray trace shadows. So if you just turn that off, there we go. So the project says non-ray trace shadows. You look at the color bounce happening here. Man, that's cool. I really want to see this with like a simple texture on it. I think it's going to be awesome. So you don't understand the new fancy stuff. So for me, if you're going for the more realistic looking games or trying to follow like the new ways of doing stuff, just be using geometry to the point where you're getting the details that you want. Like if you can count the edges, it's too low. You know what I mean? Unless that's the look you're going for. Outside of that, the new fancy stuff is literally like, I wouldn't worry about it. Like nanite, I wouldn't worry about it. If you're going like full on trying to learn like the new material approach that's starting to appear with man, what is it even called? I already forgot the name of it. Substrate. That's like their new material process. It's not all that different, but it does introduce F naught and 90 degree F naught as a value. which makes materials look much closer to their reality, but or to real life. But again, those values are so hard coded that I don't think you need to worry about it right now. By the time you would need to worry about it, it likely will have a chart that we can go and reference already. And yeah, man, this is super cool. Okay. PS3 or even PS2 level for low poly, but I use normal maps. But the stuff you guys are working on here is really nice. I mean, a lot of this is using normal, like this one. This one's really cool. I actually really like this prop so far. Why is it zoom in way over here? Why? What is this? What? Like I'm focusing on you. Why would you be like that? You see that? It's like way out here. Man, that's strange. Anyways, this one I really like actually. And as far as I know, it's not doing anything too crazy. We just have some glass sorting stuff because the glass is deferred again. So you can see it's like rendering on top of the buffers. But let's see what I mean, that's pretty high poly. Like it wouldn't need to be, you could probably half this and not notice. Maybe the scale is not reset. No, it's that is super weird. Is it like that for everything though? Doesn't look like it. Wow, that's strange. Makes me wonder if the bounding box for this is like way off for some reason. Kind of looked like it when I opened that up. Interesting. Maybe there's something hidden in here. But yeah, all the stuff that's coming in is really cool. And it's not all that crazy. You can show bounds in show advanced bounds. There it is. Something is really big in there. Interesting. I didn't know that was there. Show bounds. Yeah. Wow. Was processing. Interesting. That is worth looking at. Oh, is this Discord? Is the Discord only for patrons? No. No. Join up. Join up and enjoy. But cool. Okay. I am going to get out of here. Thank you for putting up with the really fun internet stuff. Tobias Forsling, dude, 80 months. Going for the 100. That is freaking wild, man. That is freaking wild. It says invite invalid. That does not sound right. Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye. I mean, isn't there, maybe you can do discord.gg/Dynasty Empire? Does that one work? That does not. Is it the? Oh, weird. Okay, hang on. Yeah, you're getting it too, right? Hmm. Hmm. Link on the website works for you? Let me see Empire Command. Yeah, either of these websites. Wow. Hey, Diamond, have a good one, man. Okay, so the one Tobias just linked works. But for some reason, the others don't. I don't know what to make of that. Integration, custom invite links. The server is now accessible to everyone, blah, blah, blah. No idea. He just joined. That's super weird. Okay, well, I'm happy you're in there. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, Tobias, for the link. Okay, have a good evening, guys. And nice job so far. See you later.